friends, and welcome to day 19 of Vlogmas. What a difference a day makes, you guys. I know in my day 17 and 18 recap, I went on and on a bit about needing a break and pausing and recognizing that, and it made such a difference. Number one, to say it out loud, and number two, to actually make some very small little changes that I could do right now, and it made such a difference. I feel so much better, at least right now. Right now. We still have a couple more days to go and there's still some stuff to do, but at least in this moment I feel better, calmer. It's good. It's good. So thank you all so much, and the messages of support for that last Vlogmas were just so touching. Thank you so much. Natalie, if you're watching, thank you. Mars, thank you so much. It's just so incredible that you can feel so much and feel so close to people that you've never physically met. That just, it blows my mind sometimes. It really does. But you two are very special. Thank you so very much. And Chelsea, if you're watching, this is about the third time I've said it, but I have to keep saying it. Thank you for the wake-up call. Thank you so very much. Now, day 19, you guys. Today's the 20th, but it doesn't matter. I'm recapping. You know me, I get... Okay. So, yesterday was what I always want. Okay. Groot is going to pop in and say a quick hello. Say hi. We like to dress in costumes sometimes when we're home. We have to leave it a little while to get Kira. And he's like, Mommy, can I put on my Groot costume before we get Kira? Of course you can, because why not dress as Groot when you have the opportunity? Anyway, yesterday was what I want the holiday season to be like. Yesterday was so fantastic. Not only did I make peace with myself with a few things, and received wonderful messages from people, my children, you all know that I'm madly in love with the two of them, if you haven't noticed. Yesterday was CJ's last day at school, excuse me, and he did his little concert in the morning, and he sang his little heart out, and it was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and it was Merry Christmas to You, and all of the, you know, classic sweet songs. And just to watch him, when he was 3, last year's Christmas, he was so quiet, and his mouth was moving, but you didn't really hear anything. He's not shy, he's not a shy child, but it was a little overwhelming because you've got all these parents and people looking at you, and you're sitting up there kind of in the spotlight and, you know, with other kids, and it was a little bit much for him. But this year he just shined and smiled and sang and shook his little jingle bells and put on his glasses. I don't even remember. They had sunglasses for one of the songs. I couldn't even tell you which song, but oh my gosh. Cute. Doesn't even cover it. Just so much fun. What song were you wearing?
That's me.
I didn't plan that. I didn't tell him to do that. As you can see, my kids are characters. I wouldn't have it any other way. But anyway, yes, so that was yesterday. It was just so fun to watch these, you know, 32 little 4-year-olds singing their hearts out. It was just so, I loved it. We had such a great time, and this was one of the very small decisions. I was in charge of, not in charge, but I volunteered to do baking, or to bring baked goods, let me put it that way. And but you have to be very careful because it has to be nut-free. So went to a very specific supermarket here, not far from here, that sells nut-free. They bake in a nut-free area, etc. So I grabbed some cupcakes, and then I bought sugar cookies, like the Pillsbury sugar cookies. You could just basically take them out of the packaging and bake them. And it was about 10:30, and I said, you know what? No, I am not doing that right now because I don't want to stay up and wait for them to cool and then have to make icing and then have to stay up and make them, ice them, and then package them and no. I said no. Woo! How liberating was that? It was so liberating. Oh my gosh. So that was that. And then last night, you guys, last night, Kira and I went to see Pentatonix at the Beacon Theater in Manhattan on the Upper West Side. The theater itself is spectacular. It's a very old looking theater. It's beautiful. I will put some footage of that in here for you. It's a gorgeous theater. There's a mezzanine, there's a balcony, the orchestra, and the stage, and everything. It's a very intimate venue. It's a very small venue, still big enough to make you feel like you're at a concert, but intimate and small enough that you feel close to the performer. And we went to see Pentatonix last night, and it was magic. It was, I'm gonna sound so corny and cliche, but it was holiday magic. Give mommy 1 sec. Can I finish? It was holiday magic, you guys. It was just, the lights were perfect. We stood outside. I got the perfect shot of her with the mezzanine, with the awning in the front of the theater, and she's pointing up at it, and the smile on her face, she was just beaming. It was her first concert. She's seen plays before. We've gone to see the Nutcracker live. We've seen the Rockettes at Madison Square Garden, but she's never seen a concert. She's never seen like a musician singing and live, and she loves Pentatonix so much. She sings Hallelujah all the time. She loves to sing. Mary, did you know that is one of her favorites?
They sang Jack Sandon.
They did sing a song from The Nightmare Before Christmas. It was, to see her face, to see her energy, I'm a crier, guys. It was just, it was what I wanted this season to be. It's what you always want the holidays to be. It was just the two of us, and we got hot chocolate before the show. There was a Starbucks right on the corner. We found a parking lot right, at one end of the street, and then there was a parking lot almost directly across the street from the theater that had space. I mean,
phone.
Give mommy 1 sec, darling. I'm almost done. It was just incredible. It was an incredible night. And again, another little, CJ is running and making the phone vibrate. I'm sorry about that. Another little miracle. We sat, I don't know how we managed to do this, but we got orchestra seats, orchestra center, 7th row center, or like just like maybe third of the way in. See, stop, sweetie, sweets, just 1 second. About a third of the way in from the right. So we had 4 people sitting on our right side, then Kira and myself, and the rest of the aisle was clear. Nobody's sitting there, you guys. I don't understand. The place was packed, but for some reason there was no one sitting there, and they had to have been, oh my gosh, 10 to 12 seats to our left. No one was there. And the show started. Kira's eyes were, I didn't think a human being's eyes could get that big, and her smile, like I thought her face was just gonna crack from the smiling and the joy. And excuse me, the guys came in. If you don't know Pentatonix, it's 4 men and 1 woman, and they're just incredible. I'll put a link to their YouTube channel down below, because if you've never seen them sing, they're an a cappella group, and if you've never heard them sing, you really should. And their holiday albums, their holiday music and renditions of traditional holiday songs is just, it gives you goosebumps. I've got goosebumps right now just talking about them. It may not be everyone's cup of tea, but we love them. And again, the Beacon being such a small theater, there was a side door, and 2 of them came in through the side door and literally right next to us. And Kira was, so she was so, I'm sorry, I'm so excited. She was so excited, I was so excited, and she stood up and she's watching. They were so close and she started to scream like, oh my God, they're real. She kept saying that to me, Mommy, they're real people. She said they look so different than they do on YouTube, and she just couldn't believe it. And I think it's interesting because you see people on screen, you see them on TV, you see them on YouTube, wherever, and they don't seem real. You know, musicians, actors, actresses, like they just kind of exist in cyberspace, but to meet them and to realize they're human, they're flesh and blood just like us, was just magic for her. And then a little later in the show, the lead singer, Scott, came down the stage, came down a flight of stairs, and the stairs were right next to us, and Kira saw her opportunity, and my girl took it. She ran down the aisle, practically jumped over me, ran down the aisle. Again, a miracle that nobody was sitting there. It was like a gift. Let me not use the word miracle. It was a gift that no one was sitting there. She went right down the aisle. She went to the edge. And Scott went past our aisle, and just as he was coming back, he was high-fiving people, and she put her hand out, and boom, he hit her hand, and she turned to look at me and was like, I can't even describe the look on her face. I caught like a post high-five picture, and it was just magic. It was that classic moment of like, I'm never washing this hand again. And all night she was like, oh my God, Scott touched me. I touched Scott. I touched Scott. She just couldn't believe. Yes, darling. Okay, one second.
Gift.
Okay. She just could not believe that she had this opportunity, and it was just mind-blowing. So all of that aside, the music was just incredible, and it was so festive and amazing, and she had such a great time. And they had an opening act called Citizen Queen, which was an all-female a cappella group, and one of the girls was a beatboxer. And if you've never heard that or know what that is, I'll link to that as well. There's gonna be a couple of videos down there because, well, okay, let me finish this sentence. One of the girls was a beatboxer, and Kira knew what that was, but she'd never seen a girl do it before, and she was like, oh, wow. And now, of course, she wants to beatbox professionally, but I'll talk her out of that, don't worry. But she was so floored, and this girl was wearing this cute little skirt and this little leather jacket, and you know, her hair was all long and flowing, and she's got her mic and she's doing her thing, and Kira was like, I want to be her. She was so impressed. And then during the intermission, she got to meet them. The girls came out of, again, this magical side door, and it's like the fairy door. They came out of the door, and she looked at me, and I said, let's go. So we went running again down the aisle. There's nobody there, and down the row of seats, and she took a picture with them. She got to meet the beatbox girl. I don't remember her name. I'm so sorry. She got to meet them and take a picture, and it was just, wow. So that was our evening last night, you guys. It was a gift. Last night was a gift, and I felt almost like, I know I'm being very metaphysical, spiritual, taking it too far, being dramatic. I don't know, you label it what you will, but I felt like it was a bit of a gift to me as well, or as a reward. I felt like it was a bit of a reward for just taking a stand to take care of myself, to protect myself, to say enough is enough. And I felt like whoever, whatever you believe in, gave me this gift, and it was just, thank you. I was so grateful for last night. So, wow, that was yesterday. What a day. So let's open some Yarny goodness, you guys. And then, you know what? Let me get CJ some fries. Hold on a second, he's a little hungry. It's late afternoon, and like I said, I do have to leave in a little bit to get Kira, but I'll be back in 1 second. The child is happy. I'm back. So let's open up some yarn, you guys. Legacy Fiber Arts. It is the afternoon, but the weather is changing here, so the light is changing. So if that's distracting, I apologize. But you know what? I think we'll actually be able to see the yarn really well. Oh, day 19. Oh, is that not earthy deliciousness, you guys? Wow. Oh my gosh, I would love a full skein of this, Sue, if you're watching. This is gorgeous. Oh, look at that. earthiness at its best. Oh my goodness, I love this skein. I love this skein. Legacy Fiber Arts, you guys, day 19 in all of its beauty. Love it. Let's open a homespun house. Oh my goodness. I think my cheeks even look a little more flushed. I just look better. I look terrible the other day. Oh my gosh. Let's not get there. Oh. Stuck my hand in the bag. There's something in here. A homespun house. Let's see. Oh. A little chocolate with an elf on it. Isn't that cute? Thank you so much, Molly. I will save this. I'm going to hide this because I don't want to share it with anybody. It's mine. And let's see the color. Oh, my. Oh, vibrance. Vibrance. Look at that. Let me see if I hold it this way. Yeah, look at that, you guys. Oh, it's bright. It's rich. Look at this green in there. Oh, yeah. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, homespun house, day 19. Did I say that before? I don't know if I said that, but a homespun house, day 19. And, whoops, almost dropped it. My little chocolate. Thank you. And the chocolate seems to, the colors kind of match a little bit. Look at that, you guys. I love organized planning like that. Excuse me. There we go. And let's open our last but not least, our Yarn Cafe Creations and Dragon Horde yarns. Oh my. Oh, okay, wait. I have the label all ready. Okay, let's have a look. Nailed it again, you guys. Nailed it again. This is Dursley Pudding is the name of this colorway. Hold on, let me block off the light. Look at that. Do you guys remember the cake or the pudding / cake that was served to Mr. Dursley's boss? I don't remember which episode or which book, but look at that. That looks like the cake. If you remember, it does. These little flecks of color reflect the color of the icing that was on the cake. Isn't that great? But it was more like a pudding. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love it. Nailed it again. So that is day 19. Yeah, you guys, I think that's I think that's all I've got. I'm gonna put the pops at the end because that seems to be working. Just a great day. I know I said it already, but thank you all so much for your support. It motivates me. It really, really does motivate me. Even recording this, like I got it done during the day. I'm not up till 1 o'clock in the morning. I can get some sleep, so it's all good. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this episode, today's Vlogmas rather, and I will see you, of course, tomorrow. Thanks so much. Tonight is the Christmas pageant at my daughter's school, so I will have a little bit of footage for you of that tomorrow. Yeah, lots more to share, you guys. Thank you so very much. Oh, and I just wanted to, before I forget, I did have a candle here to show you. I didn't want to forget this. So here is my finished candle, and I originally used Bali, that's the brand, B-A-L-I jelly jars. So they come with a little metal insert, and then you put the cap on over that. They really are for, for canning. But these, I ran out of those, could not find them in any craft store. No hardware store had them. So I ordered these, and those were a 4-ounce size. So I ordered these 4-ounce jars on Amazon. They came practically overnight. They're great. It said gold top, but it's not like an annoying, bright, cheapy gold. And here you go. Can you see that? There's my candle centered. And if you remember in the video from the other day, I just put a clothespin right on the top, and the clothespin pinches and holds the wick in place. And then I pour and just let it sit. I put it in a place where I don't have to move it and jostle it about, which is usually my dining room table, and it just sits there until they're hard enough to move. And that's pretty much it. There really is, it's not harder than that. I'm sure I could make it harder than that if I wanted to. Excuse me again. They're so much fun. People love them. Soy candles burn very, very differently from a paraffin candle. Last year I did a little bit of research on the difference and how one smokes a lot more than the other and can smell a little bit more artificial. I mean, we all know what, standard commercial candles smell like when you blow them out. Yes, I can add scent to this, as someone said in the comments, and I do plan on doing that. I just want to find some really good quality oils to add. But I do plan on experimenting a little bit during the year. So I'll be ready for next Christmas. And I also want to work a little bit more on my fudge recipe because that seems to be a huge hit. So I want to tweak that and try some different flavors. So yeah, it's all good. And I did find what did I find? I was on the checkout aisle at Joann's and happened to see a candle making 101. I forget the name of something in sage. I forget the name of but you'll see the magazine here. But yeah, I grabbed it and I thought, okay, you know what? Yes, I know I can go to Pinterest and look things up, but sometimes it's nice to physically sit there and look at a magazine and have all the information just in one place. So on this rare occasion, I did buy the magazine and yeah, hopefully I'll be sharing some of that with you throughout the year. So that is it. I am done talking for now. I have to go pick up Kira. I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're all the best. Thank you so much. Happy and merry, everybody. See you tomorrow. Hi guys, I forgot to do our question. Oh my gosh. I signed off, I said my happy and merry, and I went to pick up Kira from school and I'm like, wait a second, something's missing. So here it is really quick because now I'm racing to get out of here to get back to school tonight for the pageant. Okay, so day 17's question. Would you rather sit in the front or the back of the roller coaster? I think Natalie Sheldon, who is Remembrances Pottery, summed it up perfectly. She says, front or the back, it doesn't matter. It's the same ride. We're all going to the same place. I know I'm not quoting her exactly, but you get the point. For me, neither, because I can't stand roller coasters. But if I had to choose, I would have to say the front. Because even though I'm terrified and I'm going to throw up, A, I don't want to throw up on anybody. B, then again, I'll probably all fly back. Okay, B, oh, that's horrible. Then I like to see what's coming at me. Whether I'm scared of it or not, I want to see what's coming at me. So I think I would have to say the front. I don't want any mysteries or surprises in the back. So that's 17. Day 18's question. If you could go back in time, what time period would you like to experience? I would have to say, in a perfect world, I would love to go back to sort of the Downton Abbey, early 19th century England. I think that's where I'd like to be. But I'd love to be, I know this is going to sound awful, but I'd love to be in the big house, just to experience that lifestyle, that level of money, that level of, oh God, I sound so terrible and materialistic. This is just a fantasy, you guys. This isn't real, right? It's not real. Please don't judge. But I think I'd love to experience that time and that status in society that is the upstairs of Downton Abbey. There we go. And today's question, and you guys, again, the answers to these questions, love, love, love them. I think before Vlogmas is over, I'm going to share some more of those answers with you. Although I know you can go down and read them in the comments, but I want to share them here. And today's question, day 19's question is, would you rather learn to play a musical instrument or learn another language? Would you rather learn to play a musical instrument or learn another language? Okay, of course I know my answer. Okay, had to get my questions in. Sorry this is a bit of a rush. I will see you guys tomorrow. And I'm also going to try to be on Instagram, Insta Story a little bit more in the coming days. Just so I can try to keep these episodes, these last few Vlogmases, a little shorter, so I can share a little bit more with you there, share with you here, but then these episodes aren't so long. So stay tuned, guys. Bye again. Happy and merry again. See you all tomorrow.